The human-animal bond refers to the deep and mutually beneficial relationship that humans share with animals. Throughout our journey of survival and evolution, this deep connection with animals has remained intertwined, adapting and evolving alongside our progress. As we continue to explore this subject, we'll uncover the profound influence this connection has had on our well-being and the shaping of our emotions, thus leaving a significant imprint on our health. The article, The Power of Pets, written by the National Institute of Health, has illuminated the positive effects of the human-animal bond on our lives. It states that it's more than just companionship. It's a gateway to reduced stress, decreased anxiety, and even improved cardiovascular health. It also states that interactions with animals can trigger the release of oxytocin, also called the love drug, which is a hormone that plays a fundamental role in our social connections.
But this bond can take many forms, each unique and powerful in its own right. From guide dogs providing essential assistance to individuals with disabilities, to search and rescue dogs forging deep bonds in the face of challenges. And let's not forget the unwavering partnership between police and military animals and their handlers, a harmony of training and trust. Animals such as dogs, cats, and even birds are used in therapeutic settings to provide comfort, emotional support, and a sense of connection to individuals in places like hospitals, nursing homes, and schools. The presence of therapy animals has been shown to reduce stress, anxiety, and depression, while also promoting feelings of well-being. These unique human-animal bonds showcase the diverse ways in which animals can enhance our lives and contribute to our emotional and psychological well-being.
Yet, amidst the harmony, there's also room for reflection. Not all connections between humans and animals lead to positive outcomes. And here, in the land down under, there's an industry that both fascinates and challenges our understanding of the human-animal bond. It's greyhound racing in Australia. A sport where the bond between trainers, handlers, and the dogs takes center stage. It's a world of shared goals, intensive training, and genuine affection. But it also remains riddled with controversies and complexities. We delved into this controversial sport, attending one of the races, to unravel the intricacies that lie beneath the surface. Join us as we embark on this exploration, peeling back the layers of the human-animal bond and discovering the nuanced story of greyhound racing. It's a journey that raises questions, sparks conversations, and challenges our perceptions.
We're currently standing outside Wentworth Park, one of 65 greyhound racing tracks here in Australia. We're about to witness a race, so follow along.
Just over 80 years ago, greyhounds made their first appearance at Wentworth Park, and from then onwards the facilities supporting this activity assumed greater importance. The attendance at these events fluctuate, depending on factors such as the location, time of the year, and the significance of the race. However, online betting is immensely popular, and millions of people across the globe are following the events over the internet.
The essence of this sport lies in trained dogs chasing a mechanical lure around the training track. Starting from the designated boxes, the dogs sprint to the finish line, and with victory belonging to the first dog to cross.
Ready? And away, down our ball again. We've been a good speed from Kangaroo Jack. He picked up the top into the side road, so speed following through. Was wide to himself, but got shot out the race.
Yeah. This is where the jump they pass the post. Alrighty? Yeah. Hey, Saturday.
Greyhound racing has been highly popular in Australia during the past century. And despite facing an increase in protest gatherings, the sport has actually experienced growth.
This sport attracts a large audience where online betting is immensely popular. Greyhound Racing New South Wales stated in their annual report that their overall income for fiscal year 2022 measured a staggering 122 million in overall income. That's an increase of 80% over the last 5 years.
According to ABC News, Greyhound Racing Inquiry exposes allegations of animal cruelty and corruption. The industry has faced criticism for instances of animal mistreatment, including overbreeding, inadequate housing, and lack of proper medical care for retired dogs. These issues raise concerns about the well-being of the greyhounds involved.
The eye-opening McKee report, finalized in 2016, found that out of approximately 100,000 greyhounds that were bred in New South Wales in the last 12 years, somewhere between 50 to 70,000 dogs were killed because they were considered either unsuitable or too slow for racing.
On the other hand, the article "Racing Greyhounds Are Well Looked After" from The Guardian states that dogs are actually passionately loved by their trainers and by the staff who look after them. Also stating that the sport is not cruel nor dangerous for the dogs.
People were hesitant to discuss the sport due to concerns about media potentially distorting their words. Furthermore, this was an especially delicate period, as there were rumors about a potential ban in the upcoming weeks, which could have a highly detrimental impact on the sport. Hence, we have managed to secure only a recording without video footage.
Hounds,
Yeah.
owner and breeder and aspiring trainer.
Okay.
It's a good sport. All the people look after their dogs very well. Treated a lot better than domestic dogs would be treated. They've got warm, comfy beds. Most of the kennels have heaters, air conditioning in them, and they're looked after real well. It should absolutely exist. A lot of people have jobs for the greyhound industry, whether it be owners, trainers, breaking in people, track lure drivers. It's a big industry, an industry that sticks together, and it absolutely should keep running into the future. The bond, well, these dogs in here absolutely love Leighton, and we love our dogs just as much. They put in a lot of effort for us, and we put a lot of effort in for them. They get fed like kings. They're not having little $2 power cans every night for dinner. They're getting the best beef, the best kibble, the best nutrients that money can buy. All these dogs, and they appreciate it. And if these dogs come out straight now, they'll jump straight onto Leighton, and there's a good connection. At the moment, we've only got about 14 dogs at our property, so it just involves letting them out 3 or 4 times a day, cleaning out their kennels, vacuuming out their kennels, feeding them breakfast, and then feeding them at night time, and then getting up early in the morning to start it all over again. There is, absolutely. You do form a strong bond with them. Most people do breed their own litters, so they're with them when they're giving birth, they're with them for their whole life while they're getting reared out in the yards, and with them for their whole race life, and then most of the time they end up on the couch with them, so they're connected from the start.
And then we have also been in touch with the person that is against greyhound racing. Let's hear what he has to say.
Greyhound racing as a sport raises some ethical concerns for me. I understand that it can offer entertainment for some people, but I think it's more exploitation of the dogs and the animals for their own profit. So yeah, not the biggest fan. I do believe that it should be banned. I think the protests are, I would say, necessary and maybe also justified. It's great that we raise awareness about the mistreatment of these animals that have been associated with the sport, and I think it can send a powerful message to wider society on how to better treat the animals that we coexist with.
We have also come across a field study by the podcast This Arvo in Sydney, where they asked citizens if greyhound racing should be banned. Let's hear what they have to say.
Probably.
I don't know if I agree with any sort of racing, actually, whether it be horse or greyhound racing.
I don't know much about the greyhound racing.
No, I do not know.
Yes,
Why is that?
because it's not very nice on the dogs.
Well, it's been going on for years. They get well looked after.
I suppose if the dogs don't perform, basically they, unfortunately, with some breeders, they get discarded.
I think the animals get mistreated and it's unethical.
I don't see why it's necessary. It's just cruel. I'd guess, why would you pay money to see dogs racing?
It's my opinion. It's been going on for decades.
As you probably know by now, most human-animal connections yield positive outcomes. However, it is also important to acknowledge that certain relationships can lead to detrimental effects. Thank you all for listening. Back to you.